This is ANN, a service of the Seventh-day Adventist World Church. Thanks so much for joining us for our first annual council news update.
Hundreds of church officials heard examples of authentic Christianity this morning at the Council on Evangelism and Witness report to annual council. Church leaders say Adventists should take their cue from the New Testament and make sure that they're practicing the same message they preach.
Regional church leaders reported on some of the creative ways they're reaching their communities. In Indonesia, the Chinese Ministry Center promotes healthy living among Jakarta's growing Chinese population. In England, a project called the Sabbath Sofa gives young people a unique way to share the church's message of Sabbath rest. When passers-by take a break on a sofa on the sidewalk, young Adventists share a message of peace.
A project introduced by the church's South Pacific region gives Adventists a modern way to introduce the Adventist faith to their friends and communities. Beyond is a 14-part documentary series that explores life's biggest questions.
Beyond is a fantastic way to transition leads that might be on your ministry databases that you're looking to get to the local church. It can help you with your schools to get all of the parents of the students of schools into a small group and ultimately into your local church. It's a way of generating leads in your local community and getting them into your local church. It's a way of transitioning people who may have left your church and bringing them back to your local church. In the hands of a loving and lovable Christian, Beyond is a tool that is mightily powerful in introducing the gospel in a contemporary context.
Today's report also included an update on the church's Revival and Reformation Initiative. An Adventist production team is heading for Northwest Africa this week to shoot reenactments of biblical stories.
We are hoping that these biblical reenactments will inspire church members to go back to the Bible. When there were problems, church members would come together and pray in a united way. And this would lead to growth in the church and the outpouring of the Holy Spirit.
This afternoon, delegates heard updates from the Adventist World Church's Executive Secretary. G.T. Ung reported on shifting demographics in the Adventist Church. More and more, church growth is coming from Africa, Latin America, and Asia. But even there, Ung said, there are major cities such as Jakarta, Indonesia, with little Adventist presence, explaining the church's focus on urban outreach.
There are over 500 urban areas in the world with 1 million people or more. 236 of them are in the area we call the 1040 window, which is the area that is the least Christian. There are 44 cities of over 1 million or more with no Seventh-day Adventist in them. We face a huge challenge. Our ratio of members is more than 50% worse in cities than outside cities, and that's on a global average and includes the fact that we're very strong in cities in Latin America, Sub-Saharan Africa and parts of North America. But in other parts of North America, in Europe, and especially in the 1040 window, and most of all in the Middle East and North Africa and China, there are billions of people living in cities who are not hearing of the saving news of Jesus Christ, and that has to change.
Thanks for watching this ANN Annual Council News Update. And remember, you can always visit news.adventist.org for full coverage of Annual Council.